Posible umanong mapawalang bisa ang amnestiya ni Senador Antonio Trillanes sa kasong rebelyon. Niliwanag ito ng ilang eksperto sa batas kasabay ng pagbibigay paliwanag sa pagkakaiba ng kasong rebelyon at plunder. Alamin natin ito sa ulat ni Trixie Jaafar.
Nasasaad sa Article 134 ng Revised Penal Code na ang kasong rebellion na pag-aalsa sa gobyerno ay may kaukulang parusa na reklusyon perpetua na kahalintulad ng parusa sa kasong plunder. Ang kaibahan ng dalawa ay kailangan ng concurrence mula sa miyembro ng Kamara kung bibigyan ng amnesty ang taong nagkasala sa kasong rebellion, habang bukod tanging atas ng Pangulo ang kailangan sa pagbibigay ng presidential pardon pagdating sa plunder. Ayon kay Attorney David Robert Aquino, ang kawalan ng concurrence mula sa Kamara ay hudyat upang ituring na invalid ang amnesty at maaaring maibalik sa pagkakakulong ang may sala.
Rebellion is a felony. Its nature is defined in the Revised Penal Code as well as the elements and its penalties. Plunder, on the other hand, is an offense, and its nature, its penalties, elements are found in the special law, the plunder law, which we have right now. In order for amnesty to take effect, to be operative, the President needs to ask for the concurrence, not only of the Senate, but the entire Congress, majority of the members of Congress. That's the phraseology found in the fundamental law. The act of granting amnesty to Senator Trillanes is lacking one final and important ingredient: concurrence of Congress. The current administration can do two things. One, to seek the concurrence of majority of Congress to finalize the amnesty, or, well, they could revive it if they so choose. It's up to them. And I think it's still under review by Secretary Panelo.
Matatanda ang sinabi ni Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo ang posibilidad ng pag-aaral sa amnesty na ibinigay ni dating Pangulong Aquino noong 2010 kay Senador Trillanes at iba pang naharap sa kasong rebelyon noong kasagsagan ng Oakwood Mutiny. Sa kabila ng kaliwat ka ng pambabatiko sa kasalukuyang administrasyon, nananatili pa rin mataas ang tiwala ng sambayanang Pilipino sa gobyerno, lalo na kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Batay sa eksperto, importanteng tignan ang will of the people kung pagbabasehan ang epekto nito sa economic at political stability.
Still, ang taas ng kanyang rating. His rating is in the 80s, 90s. So in other words, the people, has trust in him. It appears that the attacks are not accepted by the people. You have to look at it from the standpoint of how much support he has from the business community. And it appears to me that he has the support of the business community. What's important for the Duterte government is that the people accepts their actions.
Magugunitang labis pa rin ang paniniwala ng mga Pilipino sa mga adhikain ng gobyerno, lalo na sa Pangulong Duterte. Para sa PTV News, Trixie Jaafar.
Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo says the Department of Justice and the Office of the Solicitor General are studying possible cases against Senator Antonio Trillanes IV over his alleged destabilization efforts against the Duterte administration. Panelo made the statement in a reaction to the report that Trillanes and others believed linked to the destabilization plot can be charged with inciting to sedition. According to Panelo, the public statements of Trillanes against the Duterte administration can be used against the senator.
You know, when you incite people to hate a particular public official, that's inciting to sedition without going through the requirements of sedition where there is an armed uprising against the government. But if you keep on repeating the same allegations, like he's a murderer, is corrupt, without even presenting evidence, I don't think you're doing that as a public service. Because if it is a public service, then what you should do is to file a case, not just besmirch the reputation of a particular public official. That's going against, that's beyond the mantle of freedom of expression.
Posibleng maharap sa kasong inciting to sedition si Senator Antonio Trillanes. Ininayag ni Presidential Chief Legal Counsel Attorney Salvador Panelo kaugnay ng hayagang akusasyon ni Trillanes laban kay Pangulong Duterte. Niliwanag ni Panelo na ang mga pahayag ni Trillanes sa publiko laban sa administrasyon ay malinaw na ebidensya ng planong destabilization at dahil dyan pinag-aaralan na ng Department of Justice at Office of the Solicitor General ang pagsasampa ng kaso laban sa senador. Ay kay Attorney Panelo, pwedeng gawin ito ng gobyerno upang imulat sa mga nagpaplano ng destabilization na hindi matuwid ang kanilang pagkilos sa halip na makipagtulungan sa pagsusulong ng kapakanan ng bansa at ng sambayanan.
You know, when you incite people to hate a particular public official, that's inciting to sedition without going through the requirements of sedition where there is an armed uprising against the government. But if you keep on repeating the same allegations like he's a murderer, is corrupt, without even presenting evidence, I don't think you're doing that as a public service. Because if it is a public service, then what you should do is to file a case, not just besmirch the reputation of a particular public official. That's going against, that's beyond the mantle of freedom of expression.
Senator Antonio Trillanes IV dared President Rodrigo Duterte to prove he is not a corrupt government official as he renewed his challenge for the chief executive to disprove that he has more than 2 billion pesos in his bank accounts. Trillanes, a vocal critic of the president, made the same accusation during the presidential campaign. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, on the other hand, defended the president, saying that this is another desperate attempt of Trillanes to stop the reforms that are happening now, adding that the burden of proof is on Trillanes. Ria Fernandez has more of the details.
Senator Alan Peter Cayetano defends President Rodrigo Duterte from Senator Antonio Trillanes IV's allegation that he has hidden wealth. Trillanes called for a press conference wherein he reiterated his challenge to the president to show his bank transaction history. Trillanes claimed that the president is hiding 2 billion pesos in his bank accounts, but Cayetano hits back and says the issue is old. He adds that the president has already answered it since it came out in the news during the campaign. As a matter of fact, the president allowed the bank to check his accounts, which proved later on that there was no truth to Trillanes' accusation.
This is another attempt of desperate attempt of Senator Trillanes to stop the reforms that are happening now because marami siguro sa ilang padrino niya o nasa likod niya ay tinatamaan sa reforms na nagaganap ngayon.
Cayetano challenges his fellow lawmaker.
Let's prove it. Don't just throw out motherhood statements and documents na sa opisina mo rin namang pinoproduce. Go through the process, di ba? Pwede ka mag-speech dito para mahimayan. Pwede ka mag-file sa ombudsman. Lahat ay available sa iyo, no? But trial by publicity ang forte ni Senator Trillanes.
For PTV News, Ria Fernandez.
It was the turn of President Rodrigo Duterte to issue a challenge to Senator Antonio Trillanes. The president says if Trillanes can prove his allegation that he has hidden wealth amounting to over 2 billion pesos, then he will immediately resign from presidency. The chief executive also hit back at the senator, saying that Trillanes uses his office to ask for retainers. He also defended members of his family, stressing that they have means to make money on their own. More details of this report from Rocky Ignacio.
President Rodrigo Duterte challenged Senator Antonio Trillanes to prove his allegation that he has more than 2 billion pesos in his bank accounts. The president issued a statement saying he will immediately leave the presidency if Trillanes prove it right.
This I can say. If Trillanes can prove his allegation that I have amassed 2 billion pesos illegally, or if that bank account under my name has a total deposit at one time of even just $500 million, I will resign as president immediately.
The president considered the allegation of Trillanes as rehash and had been answered days before the 2016 presidential elections last May. He even encouraged the senator to bring his allegation in court.
This is actually an old and rehearsed issue. I have answered this allegation before I became president. The people have already spoken. They have placed me in the office with 16 million votes. I would advise Trillanes to go to court and file the proper case against me and advise him further to stop opening his mouth when he has nothing to say anyway.
His partner Hanilet Abancera was also accused of having ill-gotten wealth, but the president defended Hanilet, saying she works hard and have several businesses.
Trillanes, alam mo, yan si Hanilet started her donut business 18 years ago. She supplies meat sa 5 malls dito sa Davao. Siya yung nagsusupply ng karne, ng baboy. Diyan, kalaki ang pera ng babaeng yan. Matyaga. Hindi kagaya mo ambisyoso. May mutiny ka pa. Wala ka naman pa ng tapos taas ka agad ang kamay pagdating ng pulis. Nakakahiya ka. Totoo lang. Kaya kung pamilya mo gutom noon ngayon, huwag mo kaming isali. Hindi kami kasing malas sa pamilya mo.
The president also reminded the senator that even his daughter, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, has her own income as a lawyer.
This is amusing how Trillanes came up with this accounting. He even included day-to-day banking transactions of my partner Hanilet. This just shows his ignorance with regards to the regular banking business. The people who have personal businesses must also have forgotten that my daughter Sarah is a lawyer by profession and that she earns from this and that, and she has clients who actually pay for her services and not from illegal retainers which Trillanes is so used to so doing.
Presidential son in Davao City Vice Mayor Paulo Duterte lashed back at Trillanes for allegedly making another mistake. The senator accused Vice Mayor Duterte as drug user, but he eventually tested negative in a drug test. He also challenged Trillanes, if proven right, he will give his alleged ill-gotten wealth to the victims of Surigao earthquake. President Duterte added that his family is not poor since his father was a former governor.
Hindi kami mahirap rin. Tatay ko gobernador noon, may iniwan sa amin. Ikaw, anong naiwan sa'yo? Hangin pati yabang. Tulisan ka, sa totoo lang.
Trillanes brought up the issue again, saying the issue remains unanswered.
First, is that Trillanes is on his last term and would have known nothing to lose if he would resign from office, which explains his penchant for always daring president to resign. He actually has no political career after his term in office expires in less than 2 years. It is known in the Senate that Trillanes uses his office to ask for retainers and that this has become a lucrative business for him.
For PTV News,